It's been a long time since my last episode, and there's a good reason for my absence, but I'm not going to get into that right now. In this episode, we're going to look at tearing down a 240z dashboard to get it ready for reskinning. And as you can see, my dashboard, like the rest of the car, has seen a hard life. The Australian sun is harsh and relentless. And due to the severity of the damage, I'm letting a professional take care of the work. Behind the dash can look complex, but it is simple once it's broken down. First, I'm going to remove all the air vents. I'm keeping all the screws with the air vents, so that later on I know where they go. With all the air vents out of the way, now I have access to all the gauges. The lights for the gauges all have the same clips. There's a small hole on the back. Using a small screwdriver, I depress the spring inside the clip, and then I push the clip away from the spring and it just pops right out. Now that the lights are disconnected from the main gauges, you can disconnect the gauge dimmer switch. And you can unscrew the switch once the main gauges are removed. Next, I remove the trip meter reset wire. There's a small screw that connects it to the speedo gauge. Once it's disconnected, simply just pull the knob off and it slides right out. Now we can remove the main gauges. Each gauge is held on by two wing nuts. The main gauges come out from the front. The center gauges are secured with 2 bolts each. One of the bolts needs to be removed completely, and the other just needs to be loosened. These center gauges come out the backside. The fuel and amp gauge has heavier connectors on it with rubber boots, and these rubber boots can harden over time and can be difficult to remove. I recommend using a hairdryer or a heat gun to soften the rubber. With the gauges out now, you can remove the dash wiring harness. I went and labelled every connection before I removed the harness. And there you have it. The dash is stripped and ready to be sent off for reskinning.